Hi guys, welcome back to Let's Escape from Bug Island. I'm here with my pal. Yes, Belch. That is his name. Hi. I'm playing
Belch
this
in
game.
school.
What?
Belch and school.
Belch in school. Sure, why not? So, this is that game that I've been playing, and I think here I was doing a bunch of talking. Because it's weird, because my mic worked for like 3.5 minutes, then it just, like, Audacity froze again, and I was like, oh, god damn it. There's actually a part in here where I stop for a full minute, because I'm just like, should I start over? Should I keep going? And then I'm just like, fuck it, I'll just keep going. So.
Did you leave in the part where you were doing nothing for a minute?
Yes, I did.
Oh, this will be fun.
This will be fun for you. Exactly. So, before we get into things, I guess, this is the cave. Cave to the peak. And I pretty much try to explore the entire thing. And I actually was very thorough this time. I probably still missed things. But, I switched my weapon up again eventually.
This is probably by far the most straightforward level in the game.
Yeah.
Because there's no puzzles to solve, there's nothing to read. Well, I say puzzles, but the puzzles in this game are, like, really easy.
Yeah. And here was where I was like, what the fuck is that? And then I'm like, oh wait, Japanese demon dog thing.
It's another enemy that isn't a bug.
Yes. They should have just called this Escape from Monster Island, but, you know, that'd be too easy. Because, really, yeah, you encounter bugs throughout the whole game, but most of the bugs are in the first couple stages, and then you start encountering things that aren't bugs, like a giant gorilla. And these things, I'm just like, well, these things aren't that bad. I thought it was going to be a pain in the ass. And there's so many of them in here. In fact, only one of them throughout this whole part give me an issue. Because they get faster, and if you let them get faster, they're harder to target because you have this, like, tank controls for turning around. It's just bizarre.
Wait until you get to the later levels and you fight them in groups.
Great. Well, I might not get there, because you're getting this back in Kineticon time.
Yeah, I just realized that you said... Oh, geez. Nice view of the ceiling. I just realized you said that you play this, like, once a week?
Yes. I do all my recordings on one day.
Yeah, Anime North ended when?
Like, the end of May? So I've been playing this...
That would have given you, like, 5-6 weeks to try and complete this game.
But I'm doing it at snail's pace because I only play it when I'm recording it. Like, this is all my first...
I'm just saying, mathematically speaking, if you did, like, 1 level per day, you wouldn't even get halfway through this game.
Oh. Wait, seriously? It's that long? I thought it was short.
Where you are at right now is 2 levels before the midway point.
Is that before the time skip?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I might make it to the time skip. And then whatever. If I don't give up by then.
Yeah, it's gonna be a photo finish to that.
Yeah, so... I mean... This is where... Basically, this is where Audacity froze, and I was like... Do I want to keep going? Because it's just gonna... Because this is my 3rd attempt recording this part, because I'm like, well, the last part I'm like, well, I'll just do post-commentary on it. This one I'm just like, maybe it was just a fluke, so I restarted my laptop, and then it happened again. Twice.
I like to think this is the part where you realize this game is still going, and then you're asking, do I want to keep going?
It's mostly because of my technical issues, and I'm hoping this isn't reoccurring, because I'm going to record more of this weekend. And if it happens again, I'm just going to have to quit the game. Because if I can't record my audio at the same time when I play, I'm missing half the experience. Like, it's fine that it's screwed up for just these 2 parts, but if it keeps going... And that might set back, actually, all my recordings that I use the HD PVR for.
I will admit, hearing your in-game attempts at logic and like figuring out how things work in this game is kind of entertaining.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And these things, like, I'm just like, yeah, fuck you the entire time. Like, I'm just like, yeah, take it.
Yeah, if you do the timing right on that, then there's really nothing to worry about.
Yeah, you'll see later on there is something I screwed up on. And is that one of the swarms where you can't have your flashlight on?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I try to go back for it, but I forget near the end, so I just forget it. Right now I'm concerned with not dying, so...
This is like the one place where you should really keep your flashlight off most of the time.
And of course more flies. At first I thought these things were bees, and then I'm like, really, they're flies?
I'm not sure why you thought they were bees.
Just the way they look.
They don't have
That
stingers.
could come in handy.
I can't tell. Don't forget, a lot of types of bees hide their stingers. And in order to use them, they actually hurt themselves. So, I'm thinking that logic. But...
Also, you don't need the bug spray to kill them.
well, that's what I've been using because it's really effective. You can't actually run out of that, can you?
Nope.
Okay, good, because I was concerned. I'm like, at some point this is going to tell me I'm going to run out, and then I can't use it anymore. But if it doesn't run out, then whatever. Okay, here's where I'm like, okay, I'll use the sandbags, and I see how they work now, but I'm still like, I gotta use, like, 5 of them. Well, I could just cut these things up in 2 seconds.
Wait, what?
What?
Throw 5... Why are you throwing 5 of them?
Because they weren't, like, getting stunned enough. Like, it wouldn't even phase them. See that?
That is the chest, not the face.
You told me not to... Last time I aimed for the face, and then you said aim for the chest. So I'm like, okay,
No,
aim for the chest.
when you aimed at the face, you hit them in the chest, and it didn't work.
So, okay, so I confused myself. So basically...
If you hit them in the face, they get stunned for like 10 seconds.
See, and that's what I was trying to do last time, and it didn't work. And then I thought you said, no, you have to hit them in the chest. I guess I got confused.
I'm gonna go pull up my comment from that other video and read it to you.
You really don't have to. We get
Yes,
it.
I do.
Time's
This
passed.
is a really long video.
But anyways, yeah, this part is pretty much me searching around. And, it is quite long, but if my original commentary had stayed, I would have had a lot to probably say, and a lot of silly reactions. I feel like this is getting stale too, so I think about the time Kineticon happens and I have to give the game back to you, that's actually perfect timing, because I don't know if I could keep up this momentum for the entire game. Especially since I'm going to be doing the same levels over again.
Well, at least you're not pulling a DSP and saying, this isn't getting views, I'm gonna end it.
Well, to be honest, this isn't getting views, but I think it's because nobody actually knows what this game is about.
It's better that way.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good thing. I actually showed my friend Josh the other day the back of the box of this game, and he's like,
Oh,
what? He's like, why are you playing this? I'm like, because some guy from Ohio lent it to me, and I have to give it back to him eventually.
See, that worked. That time it registered you hitting it in the face.
Also,
and now
their
it's stunned.
scream reminds me of when you kill a bug in Monster Hunter, like actually physically kill them, not just make them explode into 5 million people.
Oh, like the Benahabras?
Yeah, the Venabras and stuff. Which I now have that for 3DS, so I'm gonna bring that with me, but you don't have a 3DS, so... Oh well.
There it is again.
Yeah.
You're kind of hitting it in the neck, but it still registers
Yeah,
as the
it's
face.
still sort of registering it. So maybe I should start aiming for the neck? I don't know.
Nah, aim for the face.
But, yeah, so I guess, like, just as a little thing, if you stop seeing this, there's either a good chance that, 1, I've just given up, or 2, my recording situation has become problematic and I have to do something with my laptop. Me being a tech, I'm sure it won't take too long for me to fix. But if that's the case, I'll have to do a lot more of other stuff for the time being. I have backup LPs, so if people are worried that I won't be able to record this or Monster Hunter, don't worry, I'll have something in the place for it. It's funny because I have a new idea for a LP show for my for this channel, and I now am considering not doing it because of these problems. My laptop's never been that powerful to be able to record high def, and now I'm starting to see where it's starting to lag. It would basically start choking after about 3. Hold on 1 second. Sorry about that.
Oh man, I gotta take over now.
I'm back. You didn't have to take over for long.
That was a scary 4 seconds, man.
I'm sorry, I had, my parents were yelling at me and didn't realize when I don't respond, that means I'm not listening. It's my fault for not telling them ahead of time that I was doing this, but, you know, if I have to go on mute again, you will be stuck. Because I have a feeling they will be coming in here eventually. They're doing the grocery list, so... And the soda is near my air conditioner, which is near me right now, so... Daily life, Zeromaster, there you go.
Daily vlogs! Please don't do daily vlogs.
Well, I made a vlog channel, but I haven't actually used it. I wasn't going to do daily vlogs, I was just going to use it for updates, but... I was like... Because I started getting, it's like, man, I should maybe do some vlogs, because that's cool. It'd be like a little time capsule thing, and then I didn't make any. I just also wanted a general channel where I could update everyone, and I haven't used it. Because I just keep posting everything to every channel anyway, so... But yeah, actually, my brother asked me at one point, he's like, hey, are you going to review this? I'm like, no. If anybody reviews this, it would have to be you, first of all.
Island cuisine.
And second of all, this would probably, if I did, this would probably be a really short review. It'd probably be a bite-sized review. It's bad. But then I'd...
Give us your thoughts on this game, you have 3/4 of a second.
It's bad. This is one of those games where I just have nothing but bitching for the entire video, and to some people that's entertaining, but I don't know. I'm not Spoony, I can't bitch for 3 hours. Well, maybe.
Well, you can, it just gets kind of repetitive after a while.
Yeah.
Speaking of repetitive, back to Bug Island.
What's the expiration date on this?
I think I remember when that came up, I was just like, let's keep going.
I remember the part where you got up and walked away from the computer for like 20 seconds after that.
Well, I wasn't at my computer. Well, my laptop, if that counts, but I was playing in the room with the big TV. You've been to my house, you've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Also, this time when you come over, I swear to God, I clean things up. Mostly because my mom made me. But I was planning to clean up anyways because I'm like, oh, they're coming in a couple weeks. I should probably not leave this as a mess. And then pretty much, like, my mom raged at me and says, oh, you must clean up. So I'm like, okay.
You know, I was kind of going to clean up my place for when one of my friends comes over for Kineticon, but I'm moving soon, so there's going to be a bunch of shit all over the place anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'm trying to think of other things to talk about because this stage is really just me going through a cave. And I could have edited it down, but I felt like I wanted to make you suffer.
What are the designers for this?
Hey look, my phone went off!
That phone is the danger noise.
And of course it stops.
I have a feeling that one of the designers on this game really, really loved the rock wall texture, and they're like, we gotta make good use of this somehow.
Well,
let's put a cave in a level. Where in the level?
That's
all of the level.
See, that's a thing with all games though. Like when they run out of ideas, oh, just make a cave or a sewer level.
Anything where it can just use similar textures and design over and over.
Yeah, it doesn't. They don't have to put a bunch of shit in it. This was probably like
That looks
one of the
tasty.
last levels they developed, and it was crunch time. So they're like, fuck, we need like 2 more levels. Okay, let's make one a giant cave, and then we'll go through the cave a second time.
This is the Madden part of the game.
Pretty much. But this one, I'm just like, you know what? If I'm here, I might as well go look for stuff in case I need something. And I actually stumble on something that's pretty friggin' sweet.
I think I know what you're talking about. I'm not going to spoil it.
I mentioned it last time, but we'll see.
It's pretty much the point of this cave. I mean, you can't just go in a straight line to the exit.
Yeah.
Well, I say straight line, but there's really no straight lines in this. But a big point of this is just exploring and getting some extra stuff in case you need it.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I'm like, this sort of seems like a big exploration spot, so maybe I should explore. Because before I was just like, okay, I just want to get through this as quickly as possible. But now I'm just like, this might actually help me throughout the game. Though now that I may not be continuing after this, who knows?
Well, now you'll just have to buy your own copy.
No. Even if I could find a copy of this game, which I can't, I would not be buying it. Okay, I think this is the one I have trouble with because I let him get speed. No, maybe not. One of them ends up getting speed. Well, this one got on top of me.
Now, since you mentioned it, I'm going to try and look up some sales data for Escape from Bug Island.
Like, other than the copy you had, I have never seen a physical copy of this game. So, maybe it didn't make its way here, to Canada. Who knows?
Let's see. The game sold 1,934 copies on its launch day in Japan.
Which is respectable.
No, it's not. 1,000 copies?
Heck
Yeah, pretty much. Heck yeah!
Global sales 60,000.
So, you guys remember how I got, a different weapon last time? Well, that's pretty much gonna change back to the bat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You're going Cactus Jack for the rest of this, aren't you?
pretty much. If I knew what that was.
Wrestler.
Okay.
He used a barbed wire bat a lot.
And I've been listening to the WrestleMania retrospective, and I have no idea what they're talking about, but I just nod and say, this is good background noise for while I work. So, shameless advertisement.
See, about 38,000 copies sold in, it says USA. I don't know if that includes Canada or Mexico or not.
38,000. This is probably actually pretty rare, too. I wouldn't be surprised if I saw a copy and it was like $60+.
Super rare import. Factory sealed. Only 2 available. Buy now.
Pretty much.
Now I gotta be curious. I'm gonna look up pricing for this.
This kind of seems, though, like Babby's first survival horror.
Kind of.
Like, the more I play through it, I'm like, I feel like this should be harder. I mean, I am on easy difficulty, but even watching you play normal, I'm like, this doesn't seem that hard. And I've been talking about playing more survival horror games, because I never really got into the genre. I mean, I own Resident Evil 2 for Dreamcast, and I want to play that at some point. I own 5, but it's not really considered survival horror. But I like it. And I want to take a look at Clock Tower and a couple other things. There's a lot of good games in the genre, I just haven't had a chance to play them. I want to play the D games as well, though Enemy Zero is going to be a bit of a stretch because Sega Saturn and all. And getting one of those working up here is a little tough. The Sega consoles didn't do too well here. The only one I think that really sold was the Genesis. And I remember a friend having the Sega CD for a little while, until they got rid of it.
Let's see.
You're still looking up sales figures for this game?
I'm looking up places that sell it. Finding a lot of eBay listings.
Yeah, pretty much.
PlayAsia.com is selling it.
Yeah, probably for way over the price it costs.
$33.
Oh, wow. Yeah, but is that the North American version, or what version is that? I could just
I'm
imagine.
gonna make you check.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You can. This game has dual language, doesn't it? I just imagine this game in Japanese.
Slightly better.
Slightly. Well, all Japanese acting has to be better for video games. When you compare the two. Well, that's not entirely true now, but way back in the day, if you had the option, you usually changed the.
They have a tendency to try more.
Yeah. Well, they try
Like hire actual actors.
Yeah. Hello, Mega Man X4 and Mega Man 8. And here's where I'm like, yeah, I know I just got this thing, but I think the baseball bat with barbed wire is probably going to be stronger. Is it?
It's negligible. You do have to use the machete for something later, but right now, whatever.
There, I killed 5 of the K9 men. Again, I've been getting bonuses, and I've only figured out what they are as I've been progressing, so.
By God, Ray, that canine man had a family!
Okay, here's the one. Here's the one that I screw up, and it's because of the flies, I remember. I let him, and because of the tank controls, every time I try to get in, like, in the spot to attack him, the flies just won't leave me alone, so I eventually just...
It doesn't help that you're near a wall, and the camera, like, pans into the back of your head when you turn.
It gets to a point where I'm just like, okay, fuck the flies. Like, I'm not even paying attention now. I'm just, I want to get rid of the flies.
You can get away with this on easy.
This thing is, like, I'm just trying to, and now I'm just like, oh, damn it. I keep forgetting that I have to hold down. Because for some reason, every time I try to aim down with the Wiimote, it doesn't want to do it.
Maybe I should eat something.
You're supposed to aim down with a control stick.
That's what I'm saying, the stick.
Oh, okay. Well, he used a mango. Cue the SNL music.
What?
That's an extremely old reference that I don't expect anyone to get.
I don't freaking get it. Here he's trying to, like, eat me again.
You just want some lovin'.
There we go, finally this fucker dies. Oh, and I got one of those zoom-in stab things, because stabbing with a baseball bat is really effective, apparently. And I was like, of all things, an ant bomb? Really? I guess you could call that stuff on the ground dead ants, but I don't know.
Beyond this point, ant bombs just kind of show up randomly.
Oh. Every time I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna stockpile them, and then I'm just like, I spend more time trying to heal myself after the ants than getting the friggin' bombs from them.
There's really one place that's really effective for stockpiling ant bombs, and that's on the hill where you can just spread the honey on the tree and lure them in. I'm not even going back to what I said about your video on that.
I think you've said enough. But whatever. I mean, if I cared enough, I would probably go back and I probably would have played this game through once first, then started recording it, but I just like, you know what? I'm gonna have this for a little over a month, and I really don't want to put that much effort into it. So,
It's a very YouTube thing to say. I don't want to put effort into this.
no, see, my other LPs, I actually like putting effort in. This one, I'm just like, this part is the only part where basically I actually care about looking for stuff. Every other part have been like, I just want to get to the end of the stage. This one I'm actually exploring because, I don't know, there could be something I need, and turns out there was something I needed, so... Sorry. Stop yawning, man.
In this level, I don't blame you for it.
But,
It's just been you, me, and wall texture number 5 for the past 25 minutes.
So... it's gotten to that point.
Light at the end of the tunnel.
Yes.
No, don't turn around.
Yes. Wait, did I turn around? Yes. So that stage is done, and I got all the bonuses. Nice.
A lot of the bonuses in this game you can just get by progressing through the level normally.
Alright, well, next time on Let's Escape from Bug Island, since this is pretty much over, I'll see what's going on next here, and hopefully it'll be me flying solo again. If not, this might be the last part, so if it is the last part, thanks for watching, and maybe I'll see you next time.
You will never escape.